It has been an outstanding year for the UNO hockey team. For the first time in history, the UNO hockey team will be headed to Boston to participate in the NCAA Frozen Four.
The Mavericks got back to Omaha Monday after beating Harvard and RIT, and all this and more.
UNO hockey team returned from South Bend, Indiana on Monday.
The team had a 10-hour bus ride to celebrate their two historic wins in the NCAA Midwest Tournament. Now it's time to prepare for the Frozen Four in Boston next week. We have the complete...
This is the Omaha News, presented by the School of Communication at the University of Nebraska at Omaha, from the studios of UNO Television.
Beanie joins us in the newsroom with UNO's first hockey coach, Mike Kemp, who is now Associate Athletic Director Ryan.
All right, I'm joined here by Mike Kemp, Associate Athletic Director for UNO. And Mike, thanks for joining us. It's been an exciting time around campus here this last weekend. And I know for you on a personal level, this is a program that you started. And now to see them playing in the Frozen Four, what's that feel like for you?
Well, obviously it's an exciting time for everybody, and for me personally, it's incredibly gratifying to see the program that we started back in 1996 with those first recruits to get to the point where we are in a Frozen Four. Unexpected, but very, very exciting.
Absolutely. And when you started, the team played at the Civic Auditorium, moved into the CenturyLink Center. Now we're on the cusp of moving into a new arena here on campus. What does it do for this program to just have that momentum of a Frozen Four, and they're getting a new arena on campus? It's just a great time for UNO hockey.
It clearly is. This is going to be something that's going to be transformational for the program, and I think as well transformational for the campus. You know, we've talked since day one about an on-campus facility. And with the advent of the new arena down on the Center Street campus, we're going to not only have the opportunity to use this as a true recruiting advantage for us with our hockey program and our men's and women's basketball program and our volleyball program, which will all play in the building, but it will also be a hub for activity for the campus, you know, concerts, recreational activities like recreational skating, intramurals like hockey and broomball, curling. I mean, all of these various events that are going to really bring people to the campus, but also provide our students with a tremendous amount of outside activity that will, you know, enhance quality of campus life and probably grow our school.
Absolutely. Now this hockey team on the ice, we take a look at this group. You know, the first round of the NCHC playoffs, they get swept at home by St. Cloud State, and really things weren't looking that great for the team. You had Dom Zombo, who was banged up, Ryan Massa was banged up. We get both of those guys back full healthy, and really we showed what this team was capable of when they went to South Bend.
Well, you know, it was probably the greatest opportunity for us, the greatest advantage was having ourselves be exited in the first round of the NCHC playoffs. Although we always try and strive to get to Minneapolis to that frozen face-off, the fact that we had the extra week of not getting beat up, not having to play back-to-back nights against really good competition, we were able to mend and heal. As you said, Ryan Massa was banged up at that time. Dom Zombo's been battling injury all year long. It gave him more time to rest and prepare, and I think that really showed both nights over in South Bend, where I thought our team came out and played very solidly. Certainly Ryan Massa was as good as any goaltender has ever been in our program in those two games. And I thought Dom came out and played coming off a month and a half or so off with injury, came back and really was a contributor. So we saw our team rested, refreshed, and ready to go. And I think that will carry into the Frozen Four because, again, we get another 10, 12 days off before we have to play. So it will be a positive for us.
All right, perfect, Mike. Well, thanks for joining us here, and we'll see you out in Boston.
Thanks very much. Looking forward to it.
All right, perfect. Mike Kemp and 3 busloads of students from UNO will be in Boston next Thursday to cheer on the Mavericks. Emily?
Thank you, Ryan. The UNO hockey team will play in a national semifinal next Thursday in Boston against Providence. Mav Radio will have coverage of the Frozen Four, starting with a special pregame show at 2:30 and the call of the game at 4. Listen in on mavradio.fm or on the TuneIn Radio app.
The Omaha hockey team picked up 2 wins in as many nights this past week at the Midwest Regional in South Bend, Indiana, to clinch their school's first ever Frozen Four. Sam Murphy was there with the team, and he has more.
And UNO is shipping up to Boston with a 4-0 win over RIT. UNO will make its first ever appearance in the Frozen Four as they mob Ryan Massa.
Omaha's team is Boston bound, following a 4-0 shutout victory over the Rochester Institute of Technology in last Sunday's Midwest Regional Championship game. Both the fans and players couldn't be more excited for the opportunity. With the team advancing to Boston's TD Garden for the Frozen Four, the Mavericks will have to be focused from the time they step off the bus to the time the puck drops and every moment in between.
For Capoli, big open ice hit, 14 on 14. Sabo put his man down.
Jaw-dropping collisions and senior leadership will be key next week if the Mavericks want any shot at success in Boston. For now, the celebration is on in Omaha. Next week, though, the team will have the nation's eyes upon them as they look to capture the first national championship in program history. For the Omaha News, I'm Sam Murphy.
The Mavs will head to Boston next Tuesday before taking the ice against Providence Thursday, April 9th at 4 p.m.
One man was hospitalized after he was stabbed early this morning. A bar fight turned violent when 34-year-old Ched Williams was stabbed when a bar fight escalated at the Touch of Class lounge. Officers said that Williams was lucky the injury was not deep. 67-year-old Alfred Rose is charged with a second-degree felony assault and use of a weapon to commit a felony. An early morning car accident led to 1 casualty. This morning, a Chevy Lumina was traveling down 24th Street going the wrong way. The Lumina was struck on the driver's side by a Freightliner panel truck. The driver of the Lumina was identified as Marquetta Smith, and she was taken to UNMC where she was pronounced dead.
Police have arrested 17-year-old Kim Like for the shooting of Tyrese Harris. Like was booked for first-degree felony and use of a weapon to commit a felony. Like is being charged as an adult. Harris is still in critical condition after being shot Monday right near North 38th and Boyd Street.
Coming up on the Omaha News, we'll bring a look at what the Easter season has for rabbits.
After the break, we take a look into how mobile devices can be used to help keep you in shape.
PBS is the place you should go first.
There are no advertisers to be satisfied, only an audience to be satisfied.
We take our responsibility as journalists very seriously. We are constantly thinking about our viewers and what they care about.
We want to let you know what the information is, and then you decide what you want to think.
At the News Hour, we are after the facts and only the facts.
You've always known you were a leader, someone who works hard to achieve your goals. You can see it. You can see your success in front of you. You pursue a college education for the old-fashioned reasons, to learn, to make yourself more valuable, to succeed. You need a place that celebrates your ambition and positions you alongside visionary people just like you. You, my friend, belong here, the University of Nebraska at Omaha.
UNO TV invites you to take a journey around the world, to lush jungles with endangered species, to exotic lands and different cultures, to lost cities beneath the sands. Travel through time to see ancient secrets on the other side of the world, the growth of the American West, or the start of Nebraska's largest city, or just explore our state. Find out about Nebraska in World War II. Learn how Omaha has grown since. Discover the effort to renovate its green spaces, the history of one of its most impressive buildings, or look at its internationally recognized university. For over 20 years, UNO TV has produced award-winning documentaries that explore, educate, and enlighten. To find out more, call 402-554-2516 or visit unotv.unomaha.edu.
You are watching the Omaha News.
Every year, countless stories are done about abandoned dogs and cats. Reporter Cody Tromler sheds light on another animal population in dire need this time of year.
Thank you, Kyle. Too often, small animals are viewed as toys to be discarded when you're tired of them.
With Easter fast approaching, parents are rushing to fill their children's Easter baskets. However, one Easter tradition is causing a problem for the rabbits of the world.
She's about 7 years old.
Every year, 80% of the rabbits adopted on or around Easter are abandoned shortly thereafter. Rabbit owner Melissa Hobbs believes this comes from a lack of knowledge about the pet.
Rabbits do have different characteristics than like a dog or a cat. There's not quite as common knowledge.
Pascal Smith of the Nebraska Humane Society says the influx of rabbits can become an issue.
We do have an unwritten rule that sometime after Easter we get an influx of rabbits. Typically it's more towards the summer. We see that, so they go through the cute phase and then they show up at our doorsteps.
Hobbs says while rabbits make great pets, care does need to be taken.
And so you have to be very aware of the things you're feeding them, because people think, well, rabbits can eat any fruit or vegetables, and in fact there's a few that can make them sick. It is an unpleasant experience.
Luckily, the Humane Society says that there's still a way to give your children a good Easter without adding to the abandoned rabbit population.
Chocolate rabbits, stuffed rabbits are great. Then you can put those up on the shelf and you don't have to worry about them.
And if you do decide to get a rabbit for Easter, Smith says to be prepared for a commitment.
Rabbits make great household pets, but with any pet that a family is looking into getting, they should definitely do their research, know what they're getting into.
It is always better to take rabbits to the Humane Society rather than releasing them into the wild. In fact, 80% of domesticated rabbits don't make it past their first year in the wild.
Cody, where can we go for more information about adopting a rabbit?
For more information on how you can adopt a rabbit or assist with any animal care, go to the Nebraska Humane Society's website.
The Omaha Henry Doorly Zoo is launching its contest to name its 3 penguin chicks. The contest lasts until April 8th, and the 3 winning names will be announced April 15th online. The penguins are born between 11th and 15th of December. Their gender is unknown, so both male and female names are encouraged. Visit facebook.com/OmahaZoo to participate. To stay in shape, one can exercise at a gym, but as mobile technology has advanced, there is now a variety of health apps and devices one can use to exercise in the comfort of their own home. Kenneth Vella reports on what these apps and devices mean to gym attendants and how one UNO student has benefited from using them.
One of the most important aspects in people's lives is staying in shape.
I have lost 71 pounds.
Some people work out at a gym, but that can be expensive and tough.
I don't think anybody loves working out.
However, as technology has advanced, people are now able to exercise right at home with just their mobile devices. With such a cheaper alternative to costly gym fees, some have expressed a concern that gym attendance has and will decrease. Skylar Brooke, however, says he's seeing the opposite.
I would say, if anything, there's an increase because a lot of these apps will automatically make goals for you, and a lot of them will send notifications right when you wake up in the morning. Hey, don't forget you've signed up to go to the gym at 10 a.m. because you've made it a part of your schedule type of thing.
But even if one doesn't attend a gym, Brooke says health apps and devices still enable people to be active, even if it's minimal.
Basically anything that gets people up and moving is the idea behind most of the health apps, I would say.
Health apps are not only to get people up and moving around. Some developers take it a step further by adding a social aspect. Dan Downs, a user of these health apps and devices, says this was key in his weight loss journey.
You can add your friends on most of the major health trackers now, and you can compete with them. So I can see what you're doing as a step as opposed to what I'm doing. And if I want to beat you, maybe I'm competitive, that's going to make me work that much harder.
And he's 70 pounds lighter because of it.
I honestly think that I wouldn't have lost as much had I not had one.
Although they are useful, Downs says health apps and devices are not a shortcut to physical fitness.
It's not going to do any miracles for you. That's not what any of these devices do. But it will help you. It will give you a tool to use to help you get just a little bit further.
For the Omaha News, I'm Kenneth Vella.
To find out more information on some of the highest rated health apps and devices, visit fitnessmagazine.com. The UNO athletic teams are home to many international student athletes. Stay with us and we will show you how they have made the adjustments to living far away from home.
Also see how Creighton Prep Athletics plan to take their success into spring. All this and more after the break.
Watch ICU Learning English on the Knowledge Network.
KVNO was in a really interesting place. This Victorian mansion near UNO.
3 floors. The studios were on the 3rd floor.
Bedrooms and bathrooms. So we had a challenge, but we ultimately ended up with an on-air studio.
We soundproofed it with carpet, and actually I think it sounded really warm, very radio friendly.
There were also rumors that the 3rd floor was haunted. Those were the maid's chambers, as we were told.
I had a sink in the office and leaded glass windows which looked out on the stable house in the back.
One colleague talking about having the window open one day, a warm spring or fall day, and a squirrel jumping through the window onto a turntable.
It was a great place, a great ambiance for a fine arts station.
It definitely had a charm to it.
But about how you're feeling right now. One thing you would like our viewers to know about this state.
The importance of volunteerism.
What are you saying to folks?
I'm here to discuss these images.
When you can take that knowledge and that expertise and that passion in terms that they're all going to understand.
They need to know the real stories.
I'm Kathy Wyatt. Join us for Consider This each week on NET1.
NET Television expands your mind, enlightens your mind, inspires your mind, educates your mind, entertains your mind. NET Television opens up new worlds to you. Explore, travel, learn, discuss, debate. NET Television keeps you informed. Music, theater, dance, art, news. NET Television awakens your dreams, seeks to serve, strengthens our communities. We are Nebraskans. We are NET Television, Nebraska's PBS station.
You're watching the Omaha News.
The UNO track team has welcomed many international athletes over the year. Senior Donnell Shaw and Katarina Zaradnaya caught up with Omaha News reporter Kristen Rogers this week to reflect on their time at UNO and look forward to what comes next.
Whether you're from Jamaica or Russia, America can be completely different.
I wanted a different lifestyle, and Omaha is like the complete opposite of Jamaica.
It can be full of surprises.
Everything is so spread here in Omaha. I didn't have a driving license because, I didn't really need to have them back home.
Many foreign track and field girls have come to UNO over the years and have trained right here in the Sapp Fieldhouse and would consider it a second home.
I found new friends, new family here. I got married, so I'm really thankful that I came to UNO.
And everyone has a favorite part.
Nebraska, people are nice.
My mom just thought that it would be a great idea to get American education, and I had an opportunity to get a full sports scholarship.
In the end, it's all worth it.
I am going to try and stay here. For international students, you have a program called OPT that allows us to work here. So I'm gonna do that. Hopefully, I can get a good job, something in my major.
For the Omaha News, I'm Kristen Rogers.
Both girls intend on staying in the United States, although Katarina, who is newly married, will be moving to Florida with her husband following graduation.
The UNO baseball team plays in-state rival Nebraska tonight. First pitch is at 6:35 at Warner Park. Kristen Rogers joins us live from there to preview the game.
We're just 2 hours from first pitch between the Omaha Mavericks and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. The Huskers are coming off a 16-game home stretch where they finished with an impressive 15-1 record. The Huskers are 22-7 on the year. The last time the Huskers had 22 wins before April was in 2005, and that was the World Series team. Most recently, the Huskers swept Texas in a 3-game series and just last night beat Creighton 5-1. The Mavs will have to be at the top of their game today. UNO is coming off a rough weekend against conference competition at Oral Roberts. The Mavericks were swept by the Golden Eagles and are 13-11 on the year. This is just a one-game series here at Warner Park tonight, but the two teams will meet again on April 15th at Haymarket Park in Lincoln. Reporting live from Warner Park, this is Kristen Rogers. Emily?
Thanks, Kristen. You can hear all the action tonight on Mav Radio, starting with the pregame coverage at 6:15. Listen in to all the action on mavradio.fm, 90.7 HD2, or by searching for the Mav Radio app on the TuneIn app. Put on your walking shoes because today is National Walking Day. Today, the National Heart Association would like you to take 30 minutes out of your day and go for a walk. For more information over National Walking Day, visit heart.org.
5 sports, 4 state titles, and plenty of tradition. It's been a successful year thus far for Creighton Prep athletics, and Omaha News reporter Ryan Matheny tells us the Juniors Jays are trying to carry that momentum into the spring.
Creighton Prep has had athletic success in the past.
This is kind of a different level.
The Junior Jays finished the fall sports season with a runner-up finish in football and state titles in both cross country and tennis. Prep followed that up with a state championship in basketball and an individual champion and team third place at the state wrestling tournament. Athletic Director Dan Schinzel credits the coaches at Prep for all of the success.
I think one advantage we have is our coaches stay together and they stay here. We don't have much turnover in either the head coaching or the assistant coaching ranks, so our programs are able to have some continuity.
With all of the success Creighton Prep's been having in athletics this year, the Junior Jays baseball team is hoping to improve on last year's second place finish at the state tournament.
We don't want to be looked upon as the sport that, doesn't win.
For senior Brett Vosick, the athletic tradition at Prep has motivated him to be successful.
Prep's just got a great tradition, and it's a really good community. Everybody feels a part of it, even if you're not on the team. And we got great support, great fans, and a lot of talented players.
Classmate Jason Alberry says this year's Junior Jays baseball team is capable of matching the success of the rest of the school.
We lost 10 seniors last year. It was kind of another rebuilding year for us. We got a lot of talented pitching, and we got a lot of bats returning in the core of our lineup.
A core that's been successful and is hoping to live up to a bar that's already been set high. For the Omaha News, I'm Ryan Matheny.
The Junior Jays are currently ranked second in Class A. You can follow their progress throughout the season by visiting nsaahome.org/baseball.
Also, we take a look at how UNO students get involved in community by volunteering.
This is the Omaha News on the Knowledge Network.
Something new or reach beyond.
Oh my gosh, it's fantastic.
When you want to peer inside,
there's something wrong here. This isn't normal.
Will it seem almost impossible or push the limit?
Large tornado! It's humongous! We need to get out now!
When you want to dive deep.
These divers are like astronauts.
Our human nature is to push into places that we don't know about.
Or go to the edge.
There are other worlds out there.
We don't know exactly what we're going to find.
When you want to find new frontiers.
I was truly astonished.
You just don't ever know.
Nova.
Wednesdays on NET1.
The University of Nebraska at Omaha is a place for tomorrow's leaders. A place where individuals converge on a path to success, getting the attention and direction they need as they begin their career. It's where students take pride in serving Omaha, a city we've invested in for more than 100 years. UNO is a place where greatness begins. The University of Nebraska at Omaha.
UNO's fraternity Pi Kappa Alpha is partnering with the Salvation Army for the Just Can It food drive. From April 6th to the 10th, UNO students will be at the Crossroads Mall accepting donations for non-perishable foods, all while raising homeless awareness. Volunteering to help others can increase an individual's understanding about their community. Benjamin Hausch reports on the benefits of volunteering.
Volunteering is not all about labor work.
The students have a great time.
It's an opportunity for students to gain many benefits from becoming involved.
Students get a lot of networking done. They meet friends, they can meet the nonprofits. It's great to put on your resume. For hours, we log all of your hours for them on MapSync, and so they can put all those on their resume. I think they gain a lot of experience throughout these 7 days of service.
While volunteering gives students great benefits and experiences, students also gain the knowledge of their local community and the understanding of those people who are in need.
This will just help me just to better know who I'm living with. Like some people, they don't even know the people they live right next door to. So you can like get to know people, get to know what they're going through, and you can just help people out, you know, that are in need, because we all need help.
It is these rewarding experiences that keep students coming back to volunteer.
You won't stop once you start, and so I feel like once the word's out there and students start learning more about it, they'll definitely want to come back.
Yes, definitely. I love it. I got to meet new people and do new things I've never done before.
For the Omaha News, I'm Benjamin Hausch.
Volunteering is definitely a great way for students to become aware of their community and those who need help.
Remember to watch the Omaha News Extra this week. Every Friday you can watch Omaha News Extra on our website.
Omaha News Extra will feature additional stories and coverage of Omaha and Nebraska. You can catch it on our website, theomahanews.com.
This week's stories include an inside look at a resident who uses wind energy.
From all of us at the Omaha News, good night.
UNO Television gives students a chance to work in a real studio. Working on the TV crew, students get hands-on experience with lights, camera, and action. Working on a variety of shows gives students a leg up looking for jobs. In fact, many former crew members work at local stations. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience for students to learn the science and art of TV production. UNO TV, student crew, professional staff, award-winning results.
When will you look deep into space? When will you travel back in time? When will you experience the power of red? When? Anytime. Online at video.netnebraska.org. Search, select, and share with the NET Video Player. Watch our shows on your schedule.
Watch the Omaha News Wednesdays at 4 p.m. on the Knowledge Network.
What if there were a neighborhood where every child felt they belonged, and a big dog helped them stay a little longer? A monkey helped them find the one wonder in every little thing. And a flightless bird showed them how to soar. Support the people and programs that never stop asking, what if?